My name is Vince Ponzo. I am the director of the entrepreneurship program at Columbia Business School. We're here today, great event. Techweek brings together a really good mix of entrepreneurs, investors, people interested in entrepreneurship, technology. Lucky enough to be a part of the final panel judging the final 5 teams selected from the wider audience of startups that were presenting earlier today. We saw 5 really amazing teams. It was a very, very difficult decision, as it always is. But again, I think the quality of the teams speaks to the quality of the event. And it's just great to be here.
Drum roll, please. Show dog.
Congratulations, Show Dog.
How hard was it to, distinguish and say, come up with a finalist in terms of the winner?
It's always difficult because, again, the teams that you're seeing at this stage are really as 5 of, I don't want to say 5 of the best because they're all great companies, but they were certainly 5 of the most highly evolved, and really it comes down to traction and market size, and we were really deliberating between a consumer product and at the end a B2B product, an enterprise product. And what really made the difference in the end was the fact that enterprise product, which is traditionally selling to big companies, is really difficult. To have a company of the size and stature that they had as both a partner and a customer really gave us the impression that they had traction, they had a good product. Obviously, if that company is using your product, they believe in it, it's a pretty good signal, a pretty good leading indicator. So again, really tough, but we went with Show Dog, which was the company that is enterprise, but again, they seem to have a lot of traction. They have a really good partner, and they have a lot of potential.
You're at Columbia University, where that's a breeding ground for New York City entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
As it relates to Show Dog, is it right, Show Dog, right?
Yeah.
Like, how realistic is it to see a company like that attract a major company like Hewlett-Packard at such an early, almost infant stage? Do you see that often?
I think in the past you'd see that infrequently. However, I think these days where there's a lot of technology is finding its way into the organization through the actual employees. So there's a big bring your own device culture, and I think what you're finding are more and more enterprises willing to take those kinds of chances earlier on, simply because that becomes a competitive advantage. I think the days of having a gatekeeper making 2-3 year cycle purchases they're still there, but I think those days are gradually coming to an end. And I think Show Dog's an example of that happening, where a big company who needs a competitive advantage in regards to selling their product or closing deals more quickly or facilitating the sales process sees a technology that they believe can give them that advantage, and instead of waiting around to see if somebody else adopt it, they're actually jumping in and partnering with them.